In this video, we're going to be taking a look at R2-Q5 for the Power of the Jedi line. So if you don't recall where this droid appears, you're probably not alone because he is a blink and you miss character in Return of the Jedi on the Death Star 2. And particularly the scenes he's in is at the very beginning of the film where Moff Gideroid greets Darth Vader as he arrives on the Death Star 2. And then he's also in a deleted scene, and it's the deleted scene where Vader force chokes Moff Gideroid because Gideroid basically stands up to Vader and tells him he cannot speak to the Emperor. So very interesting, and it's a great droid to add to the collection. He's the first of his kind, as far as I know, meaning that he's the first of his particular type of tooling, and it is a little bit unique tooling compared to what we've gotten from astromech droids over the last several decades. I'll point some of those out here in a minute. And because he has this all-black color scheme here, he fits in very nicely with an Imperial display, so I hope to utilize him for some dioramas at some point. But anyways, let's just take a closer look. I've had this droid for about 3 years now. I got it in a lot on eBay, and I probably paid anywhere in the $5 or $10 range for it loose, but it is complete and in great condition. So I don't have the Power of the Jedi package here to show you. It was a great addition to that line because the cool thing about Power of the Jedi is we got so many unique characters that previously were not made before and over the last 24 years haven't been made since. And this is one of them. So this all black color scheme is very nice. Only thing about it is you really can't see his eye there very well. Just the outline of it, because it's the same color as the rest of the dome. And if you look at the droid from a distance, you can barely see it at all. You can just make out the outline of it. And that's about it. And of course, it does have some silver all throughout it. And then he does have this basically like a bronze, brownish, orangish color painted in various segments throughout the droid, which is very neat. It's a lot of nice sculpting work. So some of the main differences with this tooling compared to other droids, and we'll bring out droid I will be reviewing next, R4-D6 here. As you can see, the body on the R2 droid here is a little bit longer. And I'm not sure if it's specific to this droid or if that's just the way Hasbro did the tooling, but that is one thing to note. And then another thing is the third leg here at the bottom. Normally we're used to droid molds where it's a separate piece that you can pull in and out of the droid, like the Build-A-Droid line for instance, or it's one where you can rotate the head around and then it just rolls in and out. This one, you actually just pull the leg out. And it does rotate a little bit, and then you just push it back into place, and that's it. It doesn't go totally inside the droid there. I doubt Hasbro would make a astromech droid mold to be utilized for only one droid and then let it go to waste after that. So I imagine this has been reutilized for other droids, but I don't have any in my collection at this time. And another interesting thing to note is there's no wheels or treads at the bottom here. It's just totally solid for this with the lip on each side. And then the treads here are molded into the feet. So that's pretty interesting. But it doesn't really hinder the droid at all. Even if you wanted to move them around a little bit, that is a possibility for you. Let's see here. I mean, it's not really a hindrance of any sorts. One deceiving feature about it is the dome is on a ratchet here, and you would think that would have some association with the leg, but it doesn't. It just so happens that the dome is on a ratchet, and that's it. It doesn't interact with any other components, as far as I can tell. And speaking of the articulation here, he does, of course, have the swivel dome, and the swivel shoulders, and the swivel feet, basically, for all three, and that's it. And something unique for an astromech droid is he does have accessories. Oftentimes when we get a single release astromech, it's just a droid by itself and maybe a stand, and that's it. But we do have a hologram projection of the Death Star 2 here, which is a great combination with the red hologram and then the shiny black droid here. Looks really good. And then if you have a Home 1 diorama or display, this would be a great accessory to add along with that. It has some nice details here. The incompleteness, the Death Star. It does have the super laser there. Then it does have this clear stand. And I don't think you can remove the holographic projection from the stand. I feel like it would break apart if I tried moving it. So it might be just one solid piece. And I don't want to risk breaking it. It stands really good on its own. But that's pretty much all I can tell you about this droid here. We'll do a couple comparisons here. There's Moff Gigeroid from the Saga collection. We have Darth Vader, VC-08. And then we'll bring out R4-D6 again. And like I said, we'll get a video here next. And they all look really good together. So would I recommend this droid for your collection? If you're a fan of astromech droids, if you want something unique for your collection, this is definitely a winner in my book. And like I mentioned, pretty easy to get a hold of on eBay. I think even if you buy a brand new one, it's still in that $5 or $10 range. Not too expensive. But I'm happy he's been in my collection for the last 3 years now at this point. So pretty easy to get a hold of, and a very unique astromech droid at that. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There will always be more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I just appreciate all your support, and check out some links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.